when people listening, just tuning in about Stretch and Bobbito, man, you care to be more detailed on how much of a big deal that show was at the time for a lot of underground acts?
Yeah, so Stretch and Bobbito show, 89.9, or as we would say, 89 Tech 9, was one of the most prolific college radio shows in the country. You know, and it was broadcasted out of Columbia University in New York. And this show would come on at like 1 in the morning and be over at 5. And they would play every damn thing. And they would have artists come up in the middle of the night, whether if it was us, Hieroglyphics, Dell, Doom, I mean, like, you name every New York rapper, they've been up there, Organized, Large Pro, you know, you name it. And a lot of us all got our starts up there, you know, but me and Tam got our deal there, where it was like all of New York would be listening. And if they wasn't listening, they was taping the show. So if you're familiar with taping shows, whether if it was Marley or Red Alert, like with Stretch and Bobbito, at 4 in the morning, your tape might pop and you got to wake up and turn it over. So you wouldn't want to miss what they were playing. And you have, you know, friends that would, you know, take the show too. And you'd be like, yo, did you listen last night? And this is how much every Thursday everybody was listening. So we knew, you know, once we went up there, that was our, you know, time to shine. Because, like I said, you had to go up there and be right. And you couldn't go up there messing around. You know, you really had to be good to get invited up there. That wasn't just some regular show. That was really like you showing your skills for real. And that show is historical. You know what I'm saying? They have a movie out right now, Stretch and Bob, about the radio show. You know, Buster's in it, Fat Joe, Jay-Z, everybody been up there. And they all knew going up there, you know, what it was about. With no bones about it.
Yeah, and that was the cool part about that show, too. It was the simple fact that those guys, they focused on spitters mainly. It wasn't, they weren't focused on guys that was really trying to come through with a lot of melody, but they were more so focused on guys from the north, south, east, west. You had to come with your A game with the bars.
Right, and trust, it would be dudes from everywhere that came up there, West Coast, East, you know, whatever. Even down until, you know, it wasn't so many Southern artists coming up there, but when they did come, they knew what that show was about. Even when they got on mainstream radio on Hot 97, it was the same. It's just that they was on mainstream. But, you know, that was their reputation. And you had some guys would go up there, you know, they'd be nervous. You know what I'm saying? And some dudes would go up there, and everybody not a freestyle MC, but they went up there knowing they still had to do it. And they would give their best. I would say the best dudes I would say that been up there on that level, like Natural Elements, them dudes was nasty with it up there on the freestyle. Like, oh man, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Like, Sellers Wellers, they used to go up there and burn shit up. You know, Natural Resources, Jean Grey, Wally, we all been up there.
Man, that was just a magical time, man, and that's what
early 90s. You know, that's when it was still hip hop was a teenager then. It was still growing up.
Yeah, and on top of that, it was also like a jungle, man, because if your skills and your barbs and your swords weren't sharp, there was a high chance you wouldn't be able to get back in the studio. You feel me?
Nah, right, because, you know, and when we put out our album, you got to understand, we was putting out an album in the same week as Redman and Method Man, Keith Murray, Biggie, you know, and we competed. You know, because we had a song that was different from everybody else's song. It wasn't a song so much, say, displaying our lyrical skill, but it was intertwined with a background of what we felt we did as kids growing up that we still did do today at the time. So it worked out. And, you know, we did a song that we didn't know people was going to love so much to say, you know, that was what they also did. You know, you make songs to relate to what everybody like or what they do or if they relate to you. So that song pretty much stuck out for us and still now.
Yeah, and going back to creating that album, man, like what was the mind frame of y'all going in there? Like y'all was trying to go in there expecting a knockout, like a classic to stand out.